Hey, this is Tyrone, and I'm talking about my book of the month for December, and it is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. The coolest thing about the book is that it could be considered a classic novel, and the way it was written is it was so advanced in the technology that it could show you how amazing Ray Bradbury's writing techniques and how he could imagine things and how he felt that something could possibly happen. The thing about the book is that it's very confusing, and if you don't really understand the background of everything, and if you can't really think outside the box, it's not really your type of book. So a brief summary about the book: there's this guy named Guy Montag, and the thing about Guy Montag is he's a firefighter, and how many of you view firefighters is they go into fires and they save people and they stop the fires from burning down a building. Now, something about the firefighters nowadays in this book is they go in and they destroy the house with a fire due to people reading books. Books were banned from society because the government viewed books as giving people too much knowledge, and that's showing that the government wants to have control over all the people that are in society. Now, you can view that as if somebody was reading a book, the firefighters would go and destroy the house. And if you see that, that's not very, you can view it as, wow, the world probably looked awful then. But the thing is, things were so technological advanced that the firefighters would go in, they would burn the house, but the outside would look like nothing happened, but the inside would be the burned part. And something that really showed that about Guy Montag was that he was a guy that changed throughout the story. He kind of grew into a curious mind and wondering, why are we burning down these houses for something so innocent? Because one thing that really started up was about this old lady who was burnt with her books. She was reading books, and he just couldn't believe that. Why would she stay in that house while they were burning the books? And that's just something that really kind of got out to him. So because I have a couple more minutes to go, I'm going to try briefly, easily kind of going over the summary. Was that Guy Montag started reading books. He stole a book from one of the houses that he was trying to burn down, and he stole one of the books, and while he brought it back home. But the weird thing was that when he brought it back home, he didn't tell his wife, and then his wife found it underneath his pillowcase, and she kind of flipped out because she knows that's bad, and why are you doing that? So, a lot of things happened. Guy Montag went through a lot of phases, and there's so much in this book that I can't really describe in under 5 minutes. So that's why I'm encouraging you to go read this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because, one, it's so intense. There's so much action in it, and there's just so much to read. And it's a quick read, but the more you look into it, the more interesting it is, because you could look and see that society could turn into something like this. You don't want to have the wrong government with the wrong people, and that's just something that you don't want. And who wants books to be burned? Who wants your home to be burnt down because you're reading a book? So the thing I suggest is you read the book carefully, but you try to get done as quickly as possible because it's such a good book. The thing that it teaches me is what I said is about the government and how it could really affect how people live and how people view it. And just like how Guy Montag saw that it was screwed up that they were burning houses down due to books, and that when he started reading books, it's just how his mind and how his thoughts and how he was thinking just exploded with a ton of other thoughts and feelings, and how he viewed everything, and just how he overcame anxiety and anger and sadness due to wanting to know what was the problem with reading a book, and he saw that there wasn't even a problem, and he basically destroyed a government all by himself. So I encourage you guys all to read this book, because Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury is an excellent book, and I've read it easily 3 times right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It did take many tries again, and I'll see you guys later in 2 more months.